Hello, hello, beautiful soul sisters. How are you? How are you today? This October 24th. It's Tuesday, October 24th, and today is the waning half moon in Leo. So we're waning, we're moving towards a new moon, which is happening on the lunar Samhain, the day after Halloween, when it's been said that the veil is the most thin between our physical world and the spirit realm. So perhaps you feel that opening or shifting within yourselves. This is a really natural time to be thinking about perhaps loved ones, ancestors, people that are no longer in their physical meat suit, but in spirit, in the spirit realm. So maybe you too are thinking about those. There's the Dia de los Muertos, where they also honor their ancestors. So there's so many beautiful practices and ways to engage with this time of year and I just had the thought, okay, so I have relatives that live in Australia, and in Australia, they don't really celebrate Halloween. And I was just thinking about how for them, Halloween is in springtime when, it's not like here where we're witnessing death around us, where, our tomato plants are dying and reseeding themselves with the tomatoes that have fallen to the earth that are rotting. The shedding of the leaves on the deciduous trees, like that is happening for us. Those leaves that were alive are dying and falling off and returning to the earth. And in Australia, it's not the same. So I sort of can understand how they might have different practices and ways in the Southern Hemisphere. If you are in the Southern Hemisphere, I would love to hear your take on that and what your experience is of this time of year for you. And do you relate to Samhain at all? So I have the Herbal Astrology deck here with me today, and I think here's what the cover looks like, and I think I'm also gonna choose one card from this moon deck. We'll see if I get there within the time frame. But I also wanted to just take a moment and invite you to return and center yourself into your own body, into your heart space, into your womb. And maybe there's a practice that I love. One of my mantras or meditations is to repeat, I see, I hear, I sense, I feel, I know, I am. So maybe just play around with repeating some of those or all of them, but notice what that might shift in you or what comes up. Like when you say, I see, what do you see? Not like literally with your eyeballs, but with your mind's eye. If you close your eyes and you say, I see, or you ask spirit or one of your guides or for an image, what do you see? What do you see? All right, let's get started here. I'm just gonna shuffle these cards, this beautiful deck. We're heading into Scorpio season, which is my sun sign. I'm Scorpio sun, Sag rising, Capricorn moon. Let's see. I'm asking Spirit to speak through me the most needed messages. May they flow through with ease and confidence. Ah, how sweet. Okay, so I chose 6. Sage, blessing, So you can see that there are these two beans. For me, I feel like they look like soul beans. They're not in, they have form that I can recognize as earthly form, but they also have this cosmic energy, this white, and their souls here, and this energy up, and the moon, and this exchange with the fire and sage. And sage is such a beautiful and impactful herb. I love this image here is of culinary sage. I don't know how well you can see, but these little purple flowers here. I just maybe like 10 years ago grew sage myself for the first time, and I never knew that they had these incredibly fragrant and sweet, beautiful flowers. But sage is a blessing in so many ways. In herbal rituals, she speaks about it as this herb that is known to like lengthen our life. And if you can see, oh, there's so much detail in this image. You see this grandmother up at the moon, in the mountains and the moon. I feel like this deep connection here with the sage of our ancestors. Sage is also one of those herbs that is used often in cleansing ourselves and cleansing our homes. It's a wonderful herb for us to use in our cooking. But I feel in this image with these beings here that to me, they both seem like females, and then this grandmother here and the moon, that there's this ancestral connection. And if you'll see up from the mountains, there's this water that's flowing down to where this white fire is, where they're burning this sage. And may this just be a reminder to you that there are blessings everywhere. And when we're looking for danger, when we're looking for things to avoid, like we will see those things. And when we look for the blessings, when we look for the beauty, we will see them. Seek and you will find. Where your attention goes, your energy flows, and you will find it. So if you don't use sage very much in your cooking, I would invite you to try it out. Sometimes I like to make my own pork sausage and seasoning, and sage is absolutely one of those things that I love to add to ground pork and cook it up, and it just is so lovely. I also add it to bread when I'm baking it, or maybe you just want to burn a little sage and receive that smoke medicine. Okay, here we are. One more from this deck. Skullcap. Okay. Skullcap, number 47, stillness. This feels like so for me and for you. I recently actually purchased a skullcap tincture because I've been wanting to engage again with my dreams in a more intentional way. And skullcap is one of those herbs that can be used to assist us in lucid dreaming. So I love that it shows like these mountains and the time, the sand timer. There's the Scorpio or Scorpion, which, you know, is like me, a Scorpio. That energy of the dark. And here it's showing like the left and the right, and the way skullcap can help connect these different sides of our brain and ways of connecting and thinking and feeling and sensing. And just is reminding me of the medicine of the slowing down and the stillness. So right here where I am in Washington State, I'm up in the mountains and now it's starting to get frosty out. It'll be frosty and slippery in the morning. And I know that any day now snow could come, that in years past there has been snow on the ground this time of year. I'm feeling more called to being inside, more stillness, picking up, you know, crafts that I left behind, like a crochet blanket that is incomplete that I would like to work on this winter. And with crochet, like I can't walk and crochet this big blanket around. I have to sit and be with the flames, be with the fire. We have a pellet stove here, so I love gazing at the flame. Again, there's the skull cap has this purple flower. I love that this is sort of reminiscent to me of, almost looks like a mirror, like that we are our own, we have other teachers, and also when we can look inside and remember ourselves that we are also our own teachers. So if you have been feeling the draw to do, but there's this other part of you that wants to be still and sit in stillness, and it's the shoulding, it's the shoulds, the external that is telling you that that's not okay or you shouldn't, I would invite you to receive this as an offering to lean into the stillness, and that you might want to choose that. Okay, so now I am gonna draw one from this moon deck before I close. How perfect. Okay. Number 22, my inner compass knows the way. Yes, your inner compass knows the way. Remember that we can, it's so easy these days to look outside of ourselves for answers, to Google something or search it on Instagram or text our friend. But can you first take a moment to pause and feel into your own inner compass and your answer, your own inner answer, and know that it's there and that you have one, and that it's probably more true and right than all the external validation and answers that you're seeking and looking for. Notice and remember the blessings in your life. Look for the blessings, the beautiful small moments. It doesn't have to be big things. Lean into the stillness, to the dream realm. Have you explored with lucid dreaming yourself? And remember that you have the inner answers. Your inner compass knows the way. I'll see you on the new moon, sending you so much love and joy and spirit on this day. Mwah!